Hey viewer, thanks for watching the restaurant show. Just getting things started here, and we've got a lot ahead that you're going to want to stick around for. We're stopping with Smokin' Bones BBQ with a nice pulled pork. Beautiful. Also Verona Woods. Head to Verona and see what's going on there. And Flick's Brewhouse, if you like beer and food, why not throw in some movies? It's a lot to take in, so stick around. We've got a lot of it ahead, and it's right now. All right, welcome on into the restaurant show. We're here on location. We're here with Jamie from Smokin' Bones BBQ. We got a pork butt here, but before we get into that, Jamie, I want to hear a little bit about the background of the business. How did Smokin' Bones get started? And you know, it's a catering business. You bring it to the people. So what was the story behind that?
Well, the owner Eddie, he wanted to get back into the food business after being out of it for a while, and what better than to just be a catering business, you know,
Yeah,
and do barbecue.
You get the meat, you cook the meat, and do everything that is necessary to get a beautiful piece of meat cooked perfectly, and you know, you bring it to the people obviously, and they can order online. What's the information there?
They usually just, you know, they can order online or they can order through telephone. Okay,
and you have the number ready? I don't have it memorized, but we'll have the information for you anyway on the screen. So, Smokin' Bones BBQ. Tell us about this smoker here. So, you have different. You showed me some pictures on your phone before we came on air. You have different trailers as well. One that's being made that'll be a bigger one than this one. But tell us about this monster.
All right, this one here is a reverse flow smoker, which means that the fire starts on one end, goes underneath the cooking chamber, comes up and across the meat, and then out of the smokestack.
Okay, and the theory behind that is what?
You have better control over the heat, and you don't have
an important factor. Yeah.
You don't have a real hot spot, and you don't have a real cold spot.
Okay, and then was this a local piece, or how did we get this here today?
This was made by Graves Commercial Smokers in Georgia.
In Georgia, so that's, I mean, it's coming from the south, so you know it's a quality piece there when it comes to barbecue. So I guess we'll focus on the meat now. We got the pork butt. What are we going to do with this, and how long is it going to cook? What is it going to look like? All that stuff.
Well, this is your typical pork butt. Most people think pork butt, you know, comes from that area. Actually, it's not. It's actually from the shoulder area. It's
blowing our minds here. Right.
This part of the muscle right there. There's actually 3 muscles inside of this piece of meat. Okay. We're just going to do something simple with this. We're going to turn it into pulled pork for sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
Let's do some good old pulled pork.
Really, there's not a lot that we have to do to it. We're gonna put some rub on it. We're gonna cook it. After it's cooked for a while, we're gonna wrap it to keep that moisture in.
Oh, okay, because that's what's going to give you the ability to.
Yep, it's going to steam itself.
Oh, okay, gotcha. There's a couple different steps.
Then after about 12 hours, once it gets up to about 205 degrees, we'll take it out, and it should just fall apart.
All right, so longest restaurant show episode coming up right here. No, just kidding. We'll cut it short. We'll show the finished product here, but I guess go ahead and walk us through the steps and tell us what you're doing here.
All right, so the first thing that we do, there's no trimming involved in this for what we're going to do. We're just going to put some rub on it, and we're just going to coat it generously on all sides.
And your rub, is this a special blend? Is it a secret?
This is our secret homemade rub.
Now I've had you had some ribs with a similar type of, the same rub, right?
Yep.
Yep, it had a little bit of that spiciness to it, but also it was sweet enough that you're getting all sorts of different kinds of flavors in that meat. Yep. So that's what we're looking for.
About the only thing that we don't use this rub on is brisket.
Brisket, okay, different case for that. Yep. So, all right, what's next? So we're gonna put this, we're putting this on. Is it ready to go?
Yep, we're gonna put it right in the smoker.
Oh, just like that. Okay, and how long is that going to stay in there? You said 12 hours?
Yep, for about 12 hours.
Okay, well, we'll wait on that. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's the finished product look like.
Well, the finished product ends up looking like this.
Oh yeah, super tender.
So I mean, you can just pull it apart. It just falls apart.
Man, and so you're pulling that off, and then what are we looking for as far as cook-wise? Is there, you know, it looks like, you know, that's pretty much pulled pork.
Basically, we just want it to be tender.
You just want it to be tender.
Yep.
And
then we can.
Oh, okay, so it's pulled apart. You got meat claws that you pull it apart with, and so it's going to be a little bit more fibrous kind of looking there. And then as far as taste, we're looking for.
We're looking for a little bit of sweet, you know, a little bit of heat to it, not a lot of heat, you know, just something good to put in a sandwich.
Okay, so how should I grab this? I don't have a
you
put that
grab
together
it with
in
your
a sandwich.
finger. It's
so
barbecue.
Let's do that. So. Oh yeah. It's you can taste some of that. It definitely has a different taste from ribs for sure, because you have all sorts of different stuff going on with the, you know, it's being pulled apart. You got sweetness, you've got some the smokiness going on with it, and delicious piece of meat. So what else is are we doing at Smoking Bones Barbecue? What other kind of meats you do? You talked about the brisket a little bit.
We do brisket.
Get more of that.
We do chicken. We do ribs. Pretty much anything that you can grill or smoke, we do. You know, and if you have something that you really want to have, we'll cook it.
Man, and you do it right, because that is super, super tender and juicy and everything you're looking for in a pork butt. And
this is the cheap version of a pig roast right here.
Well, hey, you know, we got the good prices going on, and that's why we're doing what we can do. And I'm not picky at all when it comes to my barbecue as far as like what kind of meat it is. As long as we're doing it right and it tastes good, that's what I'm looking for. So, SmokingBonesBBQ.com. You go to a website there, catering, all that good stuff, and you're located in Madison. Monona, technically. All right, there we go. So check them out, man. I recommend it highly, and we'll have more. I'm gonna finish this off, all of it. That's just me. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, come on back for more Restaurant Show. We'll have more after this. Coming up, we're heading to Verona to check out the Verona Woods and see exactly what makes their dishes so special.
Back here with the Restaurant Show, and we've taken a little journey into the woods, the Verona Woods to be exact, and we're joined now by owner Steve Turner and executive chef Christian Turner. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to be back here. I always love coming here, always love trying the different things that you have to offer. I guess we're going to start out with this item. What are we looking at here?
This is our bone-in pork chop.
Okay.
So actually, this is a single, but you can actually get a double as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
okay. So give us a little bit of an overview of what all goes into this.
Okay, so we actually take the pork chops and we brine them
Okay.
for at least 24 hours before, just to get a little more juiciness into them once we grill them, because they lose so much moisture.
Okay.
And that brine consists of a little apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, red pepper flake,
Okay.
And thyme.
Okay, so you got some seasoning in there.
Yeah.
Makes it and gives them some good flavor. And then what is this that we see here up on top of the pork chop?
It's actually one of our compound butters. So that is butter with a bunch of caramelized onions and mushrooms rolled inside that we melt slightly on top of it.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Now, is this an item that's on your menu on a regular basis, or is this special?
All the time, every day.
Okay. I thought maybe you made it special for me, but okay. I want to try it though. However, I want to make sure that I get some of these. And then you've got a baked potato, looks like here, with some cheddar and some
Bacon and green onion.
green
That's our
onions.
loaded baked potato.
Okay, very nice. And we were just talking a little bit about the asparagus, because asparagus is definitely in season right now, and it's delicious. So, all right. I'm gonna cut a slightly smaller piece here. Thank God. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculously good. All right, butter. Would you call that butter compound?
Oh, but compound butter, yeah.
Compound butter.
Yeah. Fancy way of just saying butter rolled up with other ingredients.
That's delicious. You just kind of just explodes in your mouth. Yeah. It's delicious. I'm gonna try a piece of asparagus as well. While I am stuffing my face here, though, Steve, it looks like you've got a drink you want to prepare for us here today.
Yeah,
What do
you know,
what do
it's,
you got?
it's mojito season, right? This
Okay.
summer, everybody loves mojito. So we started out, we have our fresh mint, fresh blueberries
Okay.
in there. So we're gonna take those and we're gonna muddle those up.
I tell you what, why don't you and Christian switch places here,
Sure.
so we can kind of get a better shot.
We'll
We'll
get
put you
that.
front and center.
We get that a little muddled up there. Add some lime to it. Give her a little more muddle. Let all the chemicals work together there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take it and put a little ice in there. And then we got some nice Captain Morgan white rum.
Okay.
Fill that up. top her off with a little club soda. Pour the rest in there. And we're gonna give it a little shake.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make a mess all over the place.
No problem. Hey, it's the restaurant show.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Well, that's a pretty drink.
And a little mince sprig and enjoy.
Look at that. Now, can you imagine being out on the porch, just enjoying a drink like that? That just looks so refreshing. And that's a mint sprig, you said? Yeah. Very good.
Patio pounder.
Patio pounder. I like that.
Patio pounders.
Very nice. Very nice. Is this something that you offer? Is this like a summer drink, a seasonal drink? Okay.
Yeah, it's a summer drink. We bring the mojitos out as soon as the weather breaks, and mint's easy to get.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
We have a couple different ones. We'll feature them on some next couple shows too.
Is this one of your more popular ones?
Yeah, the blueberry is very, very, very popular. We have one we do. It's called the Cojito Mojito.
Okay.
And we actually do a little coconut rum in that one.
Very
That's a little
cool.
different.
Very cool. And I see now you've got some tacos here as well.
Yeah, it goes good with the drink too, I can tell you that.
Okay.
So these are our cilantro lime shrimp tacos.
Okay.
We get 3 of them per order. Right now, what we do is we take the shrimp and we cook it with a little marinade of coriander, chili powder, and lime juice, and just let them cook down with that sauce.
Oh, wow. Very good. It's so simple. Like, I'm always surprised at how easy it is for you to explain like the food that you create here. I mean, you think it's so like really complex or something, but it's just real basic stuff that looks
Simplicity
nice.
is key.
Yep, there you go. Well, I'm gonna try one of these then. I'm a big fan of fish tacos, by the way, and shrimp especially. So anything seafood tacos is good.
Yeah, so on top there's a little slaw, red and green cabbage. We like to make it really juicy to help give some moisture, and then some cilantro and avocado.
That is good. I've never had it like that juicy before. I love it though.
It's a good seller for us, for
That's
sure.
fantastic. Before we go, I want to make sure that we mention this because we haven't talked about this a whole lot. You guys offer brunch on Sunday mornings, right? Tell us a little bit about what you have to offer for brunch.
For brunch, we got a good mix. You can get anything off our lunch menu if you want. But on the brunch, we've got creme brulee French toast, which is something we set up the day before and let it just sit and soak in its juice. And then some walleye. We've got a pancake, sausage, bacon, brunch burger that has a smoky tomato jam, egg, bacon on top. And yeah, some other good things.
What was that last one you said again? You said brunch burger?
Brunch burger, yeah. So it's one of our Hereford stuffed burgers with cheddar.
Yep.
It's got the smoky jam on the bottom, smoky tomato jam.
Okay, all right.
And it's got a little bit of our home fries on it, and egg, bacon. I mean, yeah, everything you love for brunch. So
Why don't you run back to the kitchen and make one of those for me? Steve and I are just going to stand out here and drink
Yeah,
for a
a
while.
cocktail. That sounds like a plan.
No, that sounds awesome. So you got a good variety of lunch and breakfast foods available.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you guys have been here for a little over a year now, a little less
About
than
16 months.
16 months, and things seem to be going well. I mean, the community is receiving you really well. And
Yeah, everybody's been wonderful. We've been, we do a lot of rehearsal dinners. We find that people come and visit the restaurant and they know their kids are getting married, so they send them here for the rehearsal dinners and
Very
a lot of
nice.
fun stuff like that. In Verona, Fitchburg, Oregon,
Right.
Belleville, all the
Yeah.
surrounding areas have just been wonderful to us. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it seems like when you come out here, it almost looks like, hey, this place is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but it really isn't. It's really easy to get to, I found. I mean, whether you're coming from Oregon or Fitchburg or you're coming from Verona, it's really, really easy, right off of Highway M.
And we're 5 minutes off the Beltline, so
Yep, absolutely.
not that far at all.
And so if somebody wanted to get together with you and talk rehearsal dinner or wedding reception or something like that, you can kind of help them out with that. And
call
give
the
them tastings.
restaurant, ask for me, and we'll sit down and have a conversation, on the phone or in person.
Awesome. Well, Christian and Steve, thank you so much
you.
for having us here again.
Justin.
Can't wait to come back. Don't go away. There's more Restaurant Show coming up after the break.
Hi, and welcome back to the Restaurant Show. We're introducing you today to Flick's Brew House, and we are in the East Town Mall. Such a great spot for a really creative business.
Thank you.
This is Greg Johnson, and we're going to learn a little bit from you today. Thanks for having us.
I'm so glad you guys are here. We're happy to be here.
This is such a cool space. Just being in here is really exciting. So kind of give us the big picture for us.
Well, obviously we are a movie theater. We show the best of what Hollywood has to offer with their blockbusters and whatnot, but we're so much more than just a movie theater, right? We are a dine-in movie theater, so you can get great restaurant quality food at your seat. We are an award-winning brewery, so you can get amazing craft beer. We are a brew pub, so you can get not only our beer, you can get the best of local and regional beers as well. and we're just a hospitality environment. It's a great night out. We're going to take care of you, and you can enjoy a great movie while you're doing it.
You bet. So you could actually come out and sit in this space out in the main area here.
Yep.
Or you could get food delivered to your seat. We're going to talk a little bit about the movie-going experience
Sure.
today. So you have a few different things that you do. One of which, of course, is first runs.
Of course, big blockbusters. You know, you can see all the biggest release Avengers and Star Wars and all of that stuff. Absolutely. But we also do a lot of throwback movies, about 10 to 12 times a month. We call them Flix Picks. And we also have what we call a fan fest, where we take one of those, it's like our favorite movies, like things like Goonies or The Big Lebowski, and we go big and we give people souvenirs, and we have props and contests and special food items and special beer for it, and we just make it a crazy fun night.
Oh my gosh, that sounds fun. So you really theme it around
Oh yeah,
that specific movie.
it's a ton of fun. And we have enough smaller houses, we can show some independent stuff too, and so we get to partner with local filmmakers, or we have content providers that help us out, and so we get to do a little bit of everything.
That's excellent. No limitations. Another thing that there's really no limit to is these theaters are incredible. So talk to us about some of the different spaces that you have.
Sure, we have 9 auditoriums, and they all range in different sizes. Of course, you can eat and drink in every single one of them. We have multiple seating types. We've got recliners for people who like recliners. We have designed our own custom seating type. We call it an Easy Glider table that makes dining in the auditorium that much easier. And state-of-the-art 2D, 3D, great sound systems. It's just amazing.
Yeah, this is really incredible. So another thing that we're going to talk a little bit about more in detail today, you mentioned that it's a brew house. We're going to show you some of the beer being brewed here today. Of course, you've got the excellent movies, but this is not your typical concession style food.
Absolutely not.
So tell us just a touch about that, and then we're going to meet your executive chef.
Yes, so we have an amazing menu that has been cultivated over the last few years, where we make scratch-made food. Our pizzas are absolutely incredible. We've got great shareable things that you can enjoy, because most people come to the movies with somebody else. Things that are designed to be eaten in the dark with your hands, but are still flavor-forward and high quality. So you're not just stuck with having, oh, here's some cruddy nachos or popcorn. We do love popcorn. We have popcorn, but you can get something maybe a little bit more elevated than that.
Wow. So if you love beer, you love food, and you love movies, this is pretty much heaven.
It pretty much is.
Okay,
yeah.
well, let's go check it out. We're going to see one of the theaters and get some food delivered to
Sounds
us.
good.
All right, we've headed into one of these gorgeous theaters, and I'm here now with Executive Chef Gary Beauregard. Thanks so much for being with us.
Our pleasure.
And we
My
are
pleasure.
sitting pretty comfily, I might add. So this is a great spot to view a movie on the big screen, but you also get to even enjoy some beer and some food at your table. One of my favorite things about this is the tray.
Correct.
Slides right out.
And this is unique to us, actually. There are so many different movie theater concepts that don't have this, you know, where you're supposed to be, you know, trying to knife and fork things, and it really doesn't work.
Doesn't work. No,
Once
this
the
is
lights come
fabulous.
down, you have to have it in front of you
You don't
and be
want
able to get over it.
Yes. So the thing that is so incredible about this place is they are a full brewery, obviously a full movie theater, but truly a full restaurant too. You really almost have 3 different full businesses working
Correct.
together.
Yes.
And I know you take a lot of care in making sure that the menu is very delicious and also consumable for movie watching.
Absolutely.
Talk about the pizza.
Okay, well, we have touched, I believe, on the fact that we make our own dough in-house. It's made from a natural starter. We're very particular about it, proofing it, making sure it gets a nice puff, crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, and great flavors. So we do things that are...
I'll give it a try for you folks.
Go ahead. So that's the ranch bacon and garlic chicken pizza. And
Yes.
so
you
it,
had me at ranch, but it's
yeah,
all delicious.
yeah, all those things that you shouldn't have, but you gotta have.
Oh, love it. So good. So you can actually have this delivered to you sitting right here. The pizza is excellent, but I know there's so much more. So we're going to talk about a few other things too. What else do you have for us there?
Well, again, going on the concept of it's dark, and also we're sensitive to the fact that, you know, you crunching on something very loudly is going to disrupt the experience of the person next to you. So we do take that into mind. So a lot of finger food. We do 3 different versions of
Make sure we
chicken
show
wings.
these
Yep.
off close up
Yeah.
firsthand.
So I believe the ones with the cilantro on them are buffalo. I mean, I'm sorry, habanero.
Oh,
Buffalo
wow, okay.
chicken wing. There's a honey barbecue chicken wing, and we have the regular buffalo chicken wing. So you can determine the amount of
kick you
pain you want
Yes,
to
that's right.
to
Go
incur.
For the honey. That sounds really good. Okay, the other thing that's really neat is you don't have to get up or you have all this stuff in your way when you're finished.
Correct.
So you just go ahead and simply put the food up top, and somebody's actually going to come and sort of clear things out of your way.
Correct. Once you put it up here, they take it away. And if we decide we want something more, the menu's here.
Oh, wow.
You write down what you want, put it up here, touch the button, and somebody comes, takes the order like a ninja, so that they don't disrupt your theater,
That's
theater
perfect.
experience.
Swoop
Yes.
in silently when you need something. I mean, what else can you
Absolutely.
ask for?
Yep.
So here we've got a couple other dishes that have arrived.
Yeah.
And let's discuss what this is.
So this is a spicy fried chicken sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
So it's tenderloins of chicken that are crispy fried, a little cayenne pepper, and look inside. You see that mango jalapeno slaw in there, and some guacamole on the top, and of course really crispy French fries. And then if you want your dill pickle, that's
Okay, and then you have a salad. I'm a
I
salad
do.
lover, so I'm going to try this on the way out to
okay.
break here. So tell me
this is
about
our
this one.
Southwest barbecue chicken chop salad.
Yum.
All sorts of flavors going on there, and it speaks for itself. But also,
Little
one
barbecue. Yeah, there's some
there's
barbecue sauce.
barbecue
in there.
sauce. And the
Okay.
thing is too, for the theater venue, you can have this as a wrap.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wrapped up, so you can just eat it like this instead of trying to find your mouth.
Perfect. And speaking of wraps, that's a wrap for us. We got to head to break. But
All
thank
right.
you so much, Gary, for making sure all this food is really delicious. Again, great.
Well, I had fun today. I hope you had fun today watching there at home. You'll want to check us out each and every week where we feature many, many different restaurants in this fine Madison area. So stick around for more Restaurant Show next time on 57 Television.